Hey guys, what is going on? It is RC Knockout and I am back with another video. Now, if you are new to the channel, my name is Nolan, and in today's video, I've got my Traxxas Slash two-wheel drive out. That is right, the cheapest Traxxas Slash project. Now, I have not had this machine out probably in 2 months. I don't think I've had it out since October or November, and there's a very good reason why. It's not because I don't want to run it. I really enjoy running this machine, but I've been having issues with the transmission. So let me pull the body off, show you what's going on now. So what I did have in this, I had the Proline Pro Series transmission in this, which is a really good transmission, or so I've been told. It's a very strong transmission. It has 32 pitch gears. The issue I had with that transmission is the input shaft, or the top shaft that the spur gear connects onto that goes into the transmission, I think is bent. It definitely looks like it's bent because the actual spur gear wobbles a little bit. And I've stripped 3 spur gears now, and you have to buy another one of their type of spur gears. I have a suspicion it was actually bent from the factory because I had to shim that spur gear outward, the whole slipper clutch assembly outward, because it was actually grinding up against the aluminum motor mount. And I thought that was the first thing that happened when I pulled that thing out of the box brand new, that Pro Series transmission. So it already didn't start off good, and I had to shim it out a couple shims in order for it to not even touch. So I have a suspicion it was actually slightly bent already, and I just never noticed. Because the spur gear, when it wobbles, you can kind of see, because the gap in between the motor mount and the spur gear gets like wider and thinner. So you can see that it's wobbling a little bit. And I think that's why it's been tearing up the spur gears. So I've been trying to get a hold of Proline for like a month. Because of COVID and everything going on, they don't have a number that you can call, like all their people are busy or something. So you have to email them, and then they'll supposedly get back to you and email you back. I have not received an email back. I cannot find that top shaft piece anywhere for sale. And I'm not buying a whole new transmission. It should only be like a $10 piece or less, I would think. But I can't find it anywhere online, because if I would have been able to find it, then this thing would be back up and running and there'd be no problem. But I'm not going to keep on putting new spur gears in and having them stripped. So I pulled that Pro Series transmission out, and she's sitting. It's just sitting for now until hopefully Proline gets back to me. But I have decided to go, and I got the 272 Magnum R transmission, or 272R Magnum transmission, whatever it is. This is actually the transmission that comes out of the Traxxas Drag Slash. So it has actually got a differential. It's not a planetary diff. Well, you can't see it, but it's not a planetary diff. It's got an actual differential in there, so filled with fluid. And I swapped an 86 2 spur gear on that is metal, because originally I had a 76, I think. So now it's running 86. It might be geared a little too high. I have a 26 tooth pinion in there. I have a 23 tooth coming, because I think 2386 is a high-speed gearing for a Slash two-wheel drive. So this is geared even higher than that currently. But yeah, that's just what's been going on with this machine. And this was not a cheap transmission either. This cost me over $100 to get a hold of it. But hopefully it'll be a solid transmission. I know it is 48 pitch gears, but since the gears are steel, I feel pretty confident it's going to stay together. But I'm going to run her on 3S, and we're going to try ripping around in the snow. Now, I would put the paddle tires on this, because I actually have the paddle tires on my Slash 4x4, but this video hasn't gone quite as well as I would hope, or the video I filmed with this machine. I'll go ahead and put a card in the corner if you want to watch the video with this machine in the snow. But I just got done filming with this machine. The batteries drained super fast, like really fast. Like both of them were drained within like 7 minutes, which is kind of disappointing. I even unplugged the fan so it wouldn't draw any power for the fan, and it still drained the battery so fast. On top of that, I think these scoops are just digging into the snow, because we have a warm-up right now. So the snow is actually all melting. So the snow is that perfect packing snow for like snowballs. But the problem is it sticks to everything. So it's not good for this machine, because this machine, it was just digging down, and then it was resting high-centered on the chassis basically immediately. So I'm not convinced the paddles actually are going to be helpful, at least not for the two-wheel drive. I was going to swap them on, but seeing how it performed with this, we're going to save that for another video, because I know you guys want to see the paddle tires on the cheapest Traxxas Slash, which don't worry, I will at some point. Whether it's in the snow, we need to have the right snow conditions. But we'll either do it in the snow, or at some point when I'm near the sand dunes, or in the sand dunes, we'll mount the paddle tires on the back of the Traxxas Slash two-wheel drive. But yeah, this just didn't work as well as I'd hope. I'm hopeful actually that the Slash two-wheel drive will perform better than the four-wheel drive, because the front end can kind of stay up a little bit more. So I'm hoping that with keeping the front up a little bit more, it might be able to get through some of the snow, but we're just going to have to see. So we're going to start off on 3S. I do have another 2S pack if this one dies, but let me go ahead, get her hooked up, and we're going to jump right in this video. Sorry for the long intro, by the way. Alrighty, guys, let's rock and roll. Oh. Alrighty, guys. Let's rock and roll. Yeah. Maybe it won't do very good. Maybe we will need the paddles on the back of this. Yeah, this is doing very, very bad. Yeah, that's not gonna work, is it? You know what? I'm rethinking everything I just said because I thought the paddle tires would not be helpful, but these are not getting any traction. So what I'm gonna do real quick, I'm gonna swap, hit the throttle. I'm gonna swap the paddle tires, 2 of them, onto the back of this machine, see if that at least helps us get some traction. But this might not be the greatest video. It might not perform the greatest. You know, this isn't the perfect snow conditions, but making do with the weather that we have. So it is what it is, but I'll be right back with you guys. All right, guys, take number 2. I have got the Proline Slingshot tires mounted up on the back of this machine, so let's see if that makes a difference in the snow, because originally I didn't think it would, but obviously these perform terrible. I guess I overestimated the performance ability of these tires. You know, these ones are pretty worn down too, but they don't have much for tread, and they were just spinning. So maybe we'll have better luck with the Proline Slingshots. Oh, yes, she does hook up, guys. I guess I was completely wrong. I own up to it. I was wrong. These definitely hook up a lot better than those stock Traxxas tires do. So let me get out into the sun where you guys can see a little bit better, and then we'll do a launch. All right, you guys ready for a launch? 1, 2, 3, go. Oh yeah, she screams.
Oh yeah.
Can we stay on top of the snow? That's the question. She's getting bogged down a little bit. Nope, here we go. She's still coming. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ooh, there she did get stuck. But actually, this is performing quite a bit better than the Slash 4x4 did. And I think my theory is right on that the front end stays up a little bit more on the 2-wheel drive since the front wheels aren't driven. So I think this has the ability of staying on top of the snow a little bit better. And there's less weight on the front end. So in some ways, I've noticed in the sand, the 2-wheel drive, even with stock tires, works pretty good in the sand. So I'm pretty impressed. But she might get slowed down quite a bit as the snow starts collecting on her, which there's already some snow getting on it. Snow's gonna weigh it down. Bring her this way. I'm worried the batteries will die fast though. Oh yeah. No, stuck again. Also, by the way, guys, if you are enjoying my content, make sure to go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please consider doing so. And if you do, make sure to hit the notification bell. She'll be notified when I come out with new videos. Because I do travel for work and I bring my RC cars wherever I go. So I get to see super awesome places all the time. Yeah, the consistency of the snow is just not great. But the 2-wheel drive is prevailing. You know, it's a tough little machine. I really like this machine. Oh, is she getting weighed down or what, though? Might have to give her a push start. Yeah, she's getting weighed down more with that snow on the front. Maybe we can keep on getting through it. Almost. It's pushing it almost like a snow plow. It's pushing that snow at this point. The front is getting weighed down because of all that snow. The snow is actually clinging to those front tires. So, not performing quite as well as I had hoped, but a lot better than the 4-wheel drive, actually. Just look at all the snow clinging to the tire. That's the type of snow we're in. So, it's not ideal. I'm trying to knock some of that snow off. It's not ideal conditions. If only if it was like powdery snow, that would be perfect right now. No! The snow a little too deep. High centered. Oh gosh. I want to try actually over here. Like right here where the snow is pretty light, it really hooks up and it goes. So there's definitely potential with these paddle tires. I'm really looking forward to mounting up the paddle tires in the sand. Once I get the sand dunes again at some point, hopefully. Let's keep on going. Keep the power down. Yeah, the batteries don't last very long. She just hit low voltage mode, I think. Maybe. I'm glad I have this machine back out again. A lot of fun, this machine. Stuck. You know what, guys? I do have a 2S pack, so let me go ahead and hook the 2S pack up. I'll be right back with you guys. The amount of weight on this thing is ridiculous right now. Like, this thing probably weighs 10 pounds or more. This weighs like 12 pounds. That's part of the reason why it's getting stuck now. It started off really well, but that's before the snow started clinging to it. Once the snow started clinging to it, it really weighed the front down, which was detrimental, I think. Let's get the body off, and there's probably a ton of snow up underneath this body. Yeah, just look at that, guys. It's all inside the body. The body has a ton of snow. It's that perfect packing snow for snowballs. But not great when you're trying to RC it. Literally, the whole chassis is covered up. I'll get all that snow knocked off. I'll get my 2S pack installed, and we'll try ripping a little bit more. Not the ideal conditions, like I said, but still having some fun. Well, I got a lot of that snow knocked off the chassis. Still caught all inside of the wheels. Still a lot of snow, but I got that 2S pack installed. It's a Huvo 5200 milliamp 2-cell 70C discharge rate, I believe. No, 80C discharge rate. Let me get the body back on and we'll keep on ripping. Let's see what she can do. Alrighty, you guys ready for a launch? Ready, get set, go. She really does hook. We might not. Oh, she's still moving. Still moving. Wow, still moving. No. Can we back out of it? Nope. Wow, she hooked pretty well, guys. Let me know what you guys think. I guess I underestimated. Yeah, just look at the snow caught to the tire. That's the type of snow we're dealing with. Weighing the front end down. I'm really looking forward to running this in like if we had like an inch or two of snow, probably an inch of fluffy snow, these would probably perform really well. Push to launch. Push start. Yeah. Launch. No. If only the snow didn't cling to the tires the way that it did. For once, I actually wish it was a colder day, because like if this was like 2 days ago, the snow had a nice layer of ice on top. Now the paddles might not have dug in as well, but there was a nice layer of ice on top where the RC would have definitely stayed on the surface. So, you know, one of those things. Can't really do much about it. I'm sure it'll get colder again. It's still January. Like, you can just see when it does finally hook. So it's bogging down, but then once it gets almost into the grass and the super light snow right here, she really starts to hook and get moving. And this is just with the 2S pack. But then she does get herself stuck. Yeah. She's not performing that great right now, guys, with all the snow weighing her down. But so I'm probably going to wrap up the video, but you guys got a quick glimpse of what it might look like with the paddle tires on the two-wheel drive Slash. So if you did enjoy the video, Make sure to go ahead, give it that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Later.